Hello, Mrs. Russell, back again, only this time I am here to talk to you about how I manage classroom behaviors and expectations in the art room. So one main difference that I might have with your other teachers is that I do separate out learning needs from behavior needs. Now, sometimes a learning need causes a behavior, and if that's the case, make sure that you're communicating to me what you need so that you don't get so frustrated you're just like, oh, I must make poor choices. Um, but after we've accomplished that your problem is not a learning need, your problem is a behavior need, well, that's okay. You are 14, 15 years old. You are not an adult. You're still learning to become an adult. And even then, adults, sometimes we goober, right? So if you're having a struggle with your behavior, this is the system that I will follow. And something that you need to know about me is that I am fair and consistent. I will always follow this system. And if I don't, call me on it, because you now have a video saying that you are supposed to call me on it. If I am not fair and consistent, then I might as well not have a system. So the first thing that I will do is I will move you into what I call the quiet space, which is right up here. Now, the quiet space sometimes is a choice that students want to make just because they like quiet. Just leave me alone. You are welcome to choose the quiet space, particularly if you can feel yourself getting kind of just agitated and you need left alone. Then you can choose to sit there, and then you can also choose to leave whenever you would like. However, if I place you in the quiet zone, that means that you're needing to redirect your attention onto your learning. And so in order to do that, you have lost the privilege to be able to move about the cabin. That's why I call the classroom. And you have also lost the ability to use your phone. If in the quiet zone you are not able to redirect yourself back to your learning, I will then progress you down the line to this desk right here. And everything I'm about to go over is provided to you on that desk. Now, you'll notice there's not a chair. Okay, that's on purpose. So if you are ever finding yourself there, go get a chair. But quite honestly, I don't use it very often. The reason I don't use it very often is not because I don't follow my schedule, but it's because I find that I work very hard to see us as a partnership, right? And I also work really hard to give you a little bit of grace. Sometimes I find that people can hold students too tight. And if we just loosen up a little bit and allow you to have a little bit of grace and a little bit of opportunity to be human, it just works better. But if you get placed at that desk, you will have this clipboard, which will remind you of the expectations that you agree to, a guardian agreed to through a signature, and that I said I would follow explicitly. And it outlines for you exactly what you should expect me to do. Then, if you were placed there due to be a behavior in the classroom and the quiet zone didn't work, you're going to fill out your PBIS ticket. It is important to note that this ticket doesn't mean you're in trouble. This is a communication tool. You could have a very valid reason why X, Y, and Z happened, and this is your opportunity to tell me that story. When I have time, I will come over to you, I will take your ticket, I will pick it up, and I will read it. Once I am done, I'm going to paraphrase using my own words. I'm going to retell you what you're telling me. So rather than just say the same thing back, I'm going to put it into my own words. This is so you can confirm that I am understanding what you are saying and what you are communicating. Once that has happened, if it is found out that you actually did violate one of the being safe, being respectful, and being responsible rules, then we will follow this intervention schedule. However, if I misunderstood a situation, which happens because I'm human, it happens, then obviously I would tear up the ticket. I would make sure to right the wrong that happened to you, and then we would go about our business as normal. The other reason that you could end up there is I will have you stay there if you come into the classroom late. So you will have to fill out the tardy ticket. Again, filling out a ticket doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to follow the intervention process. It simply means it's time for you and I to communicate why you were tardy. So you'll fill out the ticket. I will paraphrase for you what I have read. And then again, if it was an issue of being safe, respectful, or responsible, then obviously you would follow the intervention process. All of that being said, I have been teaching for 12 or 13 years, or I guess based on the age of the video ad to this, no fool. So it is better if you are being a goober to just call it out and being like, yeah, that wasn't cool. Like I wasn't being cool. Than to try and lie about it, because unfortunately that just moves you down the intervention scale, right? Now we have problem number 1, but then we have lying, which is problem number 2, which means now you're at intervention 2, right? I followed this exactly. With all that being said, we aren't going to have a problem with behavior, because sometimes just having a plan and knowing what the response will be prevents people from making poor choices in the first place. Make sure to speak up if there's something I can do, change, or reorganize to make your experience in this classroom better. I am all the more willing to accommodate if at all possible. And I really do try to make it possible, because I want you to like being here, right? And quite honestly, it's like less work for me, right? If you come in and do what you're supposed to, which I'm sure you will. All right, with that, I'm excited for us to start our learning experience together.